second live stream of unboxing my books and putting them on the shelf. So I'm going to be sitting down for a little bit on this first one. If you guys don't know, I moved and I really hurt my foot. Like, I hurt the tendon that runs on the bottom of your foot, and it kills. It honestly, it's probably going to take a while for it to heal. So if you're moving, make sure you wear proper footwear. It's crucial that you wear proper footwear. So again, this is going to be another Q&A. Ask me kind of anything, obviously within reason, nothing like silly or maybe some silly stuff, but like, nothing too vulgar or anything like that. But I did have a question from a member on Discord who won't be able to join us just because of a time zone issue. So my wife's going to read out that question now.
He said, how many books do you read within the year, and how do you find time to read, having a family, full-time job, and other hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. So I guess to answer the first question, how many books do I read in a year? I'd say, last year I read probably about 50. And my goal this year is probably to read around 80 to 90. But on average, like, I haven't been as active as a reader for, like, I've been reading, but never at the level I've been reading for the last 3 years. Just, since we moved from England a few years ago, and, we couldn't really take all of our books with us. So a lot of our books we were reading were ebooks or anything like that. So, and obviously we were starting a family and starting our careers and stuff like that. So how do I make time for reading with other hobbies too? So I do have other hobbies. If you guys are part of the Discord, you'll see that some of my other hobbies are like barbecuing and like smoking meat. That's one of the things I really love to do. But it's quite passive. I could actually read a book while I'm waiting for like ribs or a pork butt to smoke or something like that. So I mentioned this in my video. 5 things that just stop doing that hurt your reading. And so if you want to pursue reading as a hobby, pursue it as a hobby, make time for it. But there's things that always take priority, like my family. I don't really read till after my kids go to bed. I'll typically read on my lunch. Like, I have like a half an hour lunch that I'll pull up my book and read. So that's kind of how I do it. I try to make reading a priority. But, sometimes, like, some nights, like, I'm a bit of a mood reader where it's like, I don't want to read tonight. I want to sit down and chill with my wife, watch a TV show, or just relax and kind of veg on the couch and, catch up on my YouTube backlog, because there's so many wonderful YouTube creators out there. And I just keep having to add a lot of their videos to my watch later just because I just don't have time in the day. So, and I think it also comes down to reading speed too. Like, I can typically read like 60 to 70 pages in an hour if I'm really focused. But some people read faster than that. Some people read slower. My wife is like a super speed reader. If you guys know my Discord too, like my wife, I think she read like, how many did you read last year? Like 380 books?
No, like 365 or 66 something. I don't know.
365, not 380. So, pretty much a book a day. But she's a much faster reader than I am. She can probably read like 100 pages an hour.
I don't know if it's that much.
Well, maybe 90. So, it's really just about making time and dedicating that time to reading. But obviously, putting your other priorities first, like your kids, your family, and other hobbies. Reading doesn't have to be your main hobby. Reading is my wife's main hobby, and then probably board games after that. So those are my 3 things, like board games, barbecue, and books. So that's kind of the things I stick to. But yeah, it's all about, and like, change up your reading schedule too. That's what I do. Like, I usually have 1 physical read on the go and 1 audiobook on the go. When I was attending the gym a lot more regularly before the world shut down, I was devouring audiobooks. Like, I was crushing audiobooks. Like, I'd be doing an audiobook every 4 days when I'd be going to the gym. Because, I listen to when I walk the dog, listen when I go to the gym, listen when I'm on my commute to work. So, yeah, it's incredible how much she can read. Like, I'll see her on the couch, she's like, done! I'm like, cool, I've read like 5 pages since you, like, started that book. So, yeah, she's a very impressive reader. She blows me out of the water. And my wife is a fantasy reader. She doesn't just read like romance. She does read a lot of fantasy. And there's actually a lot of series. These are all of our books, and she's read a lot more of some of the series that I haven't read yet. And these are my wife's books that she's read. So why don't we get to unboxings of books? If you have any questions, throw them out there. And we can answer those. So, and hi Derry, I saw you're there too. So I saw this box and I knew I had to unbox it because I was like, Terry Pratchett. So this is there's a Hogfather adaptation by the BBC. It's a two-part series, and this is the screenplay edition of the Hogfather. Hogfather is just it's one of my favorite Discworld books. I highly recommend watching the two-part BBC series. It's so much fun. It's so funny. So I'm gonna definitely put this on my practice shelf. But like I said, I'm kind of sitting down just to rest my foot. I think we'll stand back up in a little bit, just to get a little bit more of a stretch in too. So this box is a bit of a mix, like because if you guys remember the way my shelves were at the old house, I kind of just tried to cram them into where I'd want to orient them again. But I'm thinking I'm gonna need to change some of the orientation of my books. Like I got my Crichton shelf here. I have my Pratchett. I have a lot of Pratchett shelves. I'm probably gonna end up like 3 Pratchett shelves at the end of the day. That's okay.
You already have 3.
Yeah, I know I already have 3 actually. And so I kind of really want to orient have a section for horror like my Stephen King. I really want to designate a section now to Jim Butcher. He's an author I'm actively searching for Dresden File books. As I mentioned, I am listening to Grave Peril. Like I just finished A Time of Dread, like book 1 in A Blood and Bone by John Gwynne. It's the second series after The Faithful and the Fallen. So I just finished that. I'm going to be picking up Grave Peril, but I think Grave Peril is going to be the last Dresden audiobook I listen to, because I really feel like I just want to listen to them, or to read them, sorry. So let's get cracking on this book. So we got Ursula K. Le Guin, I got The Left-Handed Darkness. So I have a few other Le Guin books, so I'm going to put these together. Sorry, Derek, see you in a bit. And yeah, here's some Stephen King. So I have a designated Stephen King shelf. Again, Stephen King is an author like I've tried a few times to read. I've read a few of his books before, like The Body, The Running Man. Those are actually like his Bachman books. I have these right here, the Bachman books. So I'm gonna try again reading. I'm gonna read Salem's Lot in October, because I'm gonna be doing a vampire themed October. So I got some pretty cool books lined up for that. At least 3 vampire books. So I'm pretty excited to get going with that. Is there any questions coming in, Carrie? Okay.
Alright, R2D2 Reed says, any plans on doing some in-depth token stuff? I would love to hear your perspective on his work.
Yeah, I would definitely like to do some in-depth Tolkien stuff. I'm going to be doing a bigger review, probably a deep dive review of the Andy Serkis audiobook narration of The Hobbit, The Lord of the... I did a Hobbit review, but I'm going to really kind of dive into The Lord of the Rings, because I recently listened to those. The Lord of the Rings is something I read every year. I've been doing that for 18 years now, where I've read The Lord of the Rings every year. So I typically find I obviously read it faster than I listen to it now at this stage, just because I don't have it memorized, but like I've read it so many times I kind of skim read it. But listening to it was kind of nice, because I really got to, immerse myself in The Lord of the Rings and a deeper read. So yeah, I would like to do some in-depth stuff and Tolkien's work. Like it's been a while since I've read the Silmarillion. There's a few Tolkien books I still need to read, like the Tale of Hurin, like the Baron and Luthien. There's a book coming out like Fall of Numenor in November. So there's a lot of Tolkien stuff, and that's stuff I do want to read. So definitely looking forward to doing some more Tolkien breakdown, because yeah, Tolkien is one of my favorite authors of all time. So let's keep up. Is there any more questions we need to answer? No, I better move my drink, or my cat's gonna drink it. My cat's name is Lexi. You might see her. She's really nice. She's a bit cross-eyed, so she's kind of funny when you see her. Let's see if I can get her. Come here, Lexi. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, come here. I'll help you. Oh! Here she is. Here's Lexi. She's a bit of a pig in a wig, but she's cute. She really likes me. Hey, you're a good cat. But I don't know if you can see it. She's a bit cross-eyed, but that's all right. She's a cutie. So let's see where I can put you, Lexi.
Frankie's jealous. Yeah,
my dog's jealous now. I got the cat for a cuddle. So, okay. So where was I? Yeah. So Bachman books. If you guys are ever thrifting, because you know what, I like to thrift. Look for this book. You're going to get this either in the red edition, or there's a black edition. That's Bachman books. If you see it at like a Value Village, thrift store, Goodwill, wherever, and it's cheap, it's under like $1 or $2, or like $2 or $3 or $4, buy it, because you can 100% flip this for way more. Like every time I see this, I find it, I'll flip one. So I typically keep the one that's in the best condition. So, and like I said, I bought this one for $2. So you can definitely get a good ROI on selling any kind of rare Stephen King books. So if you see anything Stephen King that's like remotely rare, kind of like a hardcover edition of The Stand, like anything like The Shining, Cujo, Pet Cemetery, you can typically flip those. So yeah, speaking of Cujo, Cujo there, Talisman, that's like Peter Straub and Stephen King, and then I got The Shining. So these are like, I have a few paperbacks of Stephen King, but I mostly have a lot of hardcovers because I got a really good score on Marketplace. I think this lady, she was downsizing her house, and she sold me like 30 Stephen King books that were pretty rare. Like I'll pull them out here soon when we get to them. And I got them for like $20. So check out your Marketplace, because you can find some unreal books on Marketplace, like some absolute steals. Not to be like stealing from people, but you know, some people don't know the worth of the books they have, and if that's the price they're selling it for, that's the price they're selling it for. So I got some R.A. Salvatore books here. I'm gonna have to like decide what shelf I want to put some of these like sword and sorcery books on. So I'm gonna have to. It's mainly trying to get them on the shelves, and then orient myself where I want to put them. So there's some Jim Butcher in this book. So this is the book. It's funny. My son found this from where he's like, "Dad, Spider-Man," and I picked it up. I'm like, "Whoa, this is Jim Butcher." So I was pretty excited to pick that up. So let's see here. So yeah, more Jim Butcher. Butcher, I said I'm gonna have a designated shelf for Butcher, because I'm just actively trying to buy more of his books. So I have the full Codex Alera here in like a trade. I guess this is no, it's not trade. It's like more of a mass paperback. So I got the full Codex Alera here, all 6 books. So those are gonna go on the Butcher shelf when I deem which shelf that will be, and that'll go with the Spider-Man here, and hopefully, and obviously my my Dresden books. So oh, it looks like Matt's here. All right, more Discworld, The Last Hero. So this is like the full like illustrated edition of like the Discworld and the story of The Last Hero. I love Cohen the Barbarian. Like I said, I just finished reading The Light Fantastic, and Cohen is heavily featured in that book. And honestly, my sides were splitting listening to Cohen, because he's an old guy. He's an old guy, but he's a barbarian who's kind of, you know, kept his strength, and you didn't expect to reach old age, and that's great. So let's see here. So these are all Stephen King's in here. So let's pull these out. And like I said, these are the ones I got on that Marketplace haul, and they're all hardcovers, and they're really nice. Like, they're all first editions, I believe. So you got like Insomnia, Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Any more questions coming in, Carrie?
Not that I've seen.
No questions yet. Okay, well, if you guys got any questions, you know, feel free to ask. I got Rose Matter. 4 Past Midnight. So I'll probably, I think once I've got everything on the shelves and I finally situated it, I'll do like a, you know, kind of a bookshelf tour. Not like as crazy long as my last one. Try and keep it under 20 minutes and just kind of highlight some books I want to show you. So got another Stephen King Desperation there. Got another Bachman book, The Regulators. This hardcover there. These actually aren't even all the rare ones. So I got a Buick 8. This one was cool because sometimes this is a first edition there too. But in this copy of her, or in this book, they typically came with a poster, and I've seen editions where I saw one at, I think it was a Goodwill, where it had the poster still in it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I'm like, I already own it. I'm not going to waste more money and just buy it for the poster. Another, this is like the Black House. It's like Peter Straub and Stephen King. Oh, we got Lisi's story. So this is the only book where I think like I should take the cover off, the dust jacket off, because the hardcover looks so much cooler. So Stephen King says this is his favorite book, but he might just say that because it's what it's based on. He was named after his wife, so just getting the brownie points. And these are my graphic novels of Stormfront by Jim Butcher. So they were really good. I read those, in tandem with my when I read Stormfront. So I read Stormfront first, and then I read those right after. It was pretty quick. I kind of blitzed through them, but I'd already read the story. I kind of knew what was going on. So, all right. So I found this. If you guys saw my last book haul or my thrifting video, I got Neil Gaiman, Fortunately in the Milk. So speaking of Neil Gaiman, actually this is a good segue. I'm gonna get another drink here, guys. So speaking of Neil Gaiman, I recently finished The Sandman, and I loved it. The show, yeah. So I blitzed the 10 episodes in like 3 days. So I was just engrossed with it, and episode 5 and 6 were just absolutely blew me away. I kind of just want to go back and rewatch them because I enjoyed them that much. Oh look, I just found Crossroads of Twilight. I was looking for that earlier. Sorry, I just ran on a tangent there. But yeah, I loved The Sandman. So last night I said to my wife, I'm like, okay, I need to buy these books. So I went out and I got a copy of book 1 of The Sandman. So this contains volumes 1 to 20. And I'm like, you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm getting a little bit of money from YouTube now. So then I went and bought volume 2 as well. I was like, this is so cool. Or book 2 I think it contains, volumes 20 or 21 to 38. I'm like, this is beautiful. These are so nice. And I dug, so I've already started reading this. I've already about, let's say about 25% through. I think I finished on volume 6. So around actually episode 5 in the show. So I was digging it so hard. So these are really nice editions of volume 2. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to get volume 2, I might as well buy volume 3. So I bought volume 3. And because it was there, and it was just taunting me, and just the artwork's amazing, and it's just this beautiful cover. So I couldn't leave it behind. And I was about to leave, and I was like, you know what? I'll just buy volume 4 while I'm at it. So I got a book 4. So this is all the way up to volume 75 of The Sandman. I'm loving it. It's so much fun. It's so good. And I didn't really know that there was such DC connections. I'm not a big DC comic guy. I've never really been into comics in general. I don't really read any kind of comics or graphic novels, so I'm really enjoying my time with this. And even though I'm about 25% into the book 1, of the first 20 volumes, it's great. So I'm definitely going to be having a designated Neil Gaiman shelf because I really like Gaiman. He's been more hit for me than miss at this point. And I'm really kind of interested in listening to Neil Gaiman's audiobooks too. So, something I want to do. Any questions coming in, Carrie?
Maybe more of a rhetorical question, but...
Sure.
R2 Reed says, man, I have all the Wheel of Time paperbacks 1 to 10. Why are the last group of books so darn expensive?
The last ones are so expensive?
That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bad for Wheel of Time because I'll rotate the camera here. I have them in paperback. And I also have them in hardcover. So,
and you also have the special dust jackets.
Yeah, I also have the special dust jackets and the special 40th anniversary edition. So, yeah, they're expensive. I think it probably just has to do with paper, the amount of paper in them, because they're bigger books. There's no doubt, Towers of Midnight, Gathering Storm, and A Memory of Light. Crossroads of Twilight on. Yeah, they are pretty big. I know there's a thing for the last 3, Gathering Storm, Towers of Midnight, and $50 to $100 for Memory of Light. Wow. That seems really steep. I mean, I'm not sure where you're located, but for a paperback, yeah, that seems really expensive. I know for me, I got my paperback set. I think I got that all from Marketplace at first, and then... I was like, okay, I'll start...
Did you all for $20 or something stupid?
Yeah, I got all of them. I got all the paperbacks for $20 on Marketplace. So check your Marketplace if that's available to you. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to go start hunting for the hardcovers because I really like the Juniper edition. I'll start hunting for the hardcovers. And that's what I did. I did thrifting. And I only ended up having to pay full price for 2 of them that are hard to get. And that's just The Great Hunt and The Eye of the World. They're just so hard to get because they were printed so early, and getting a first edition was It is the dang Sahara. Yeah, I hear you. That sucks. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you get lucky. And you know what you could do? You just like what I do is I set up like notifications on my marketplace. So if a keyword comes up, like you know Robert Jordan, Stephen King, Terry Pratchett, I get notified, and then it tells me, and I can try to jump on it. You don't have a used book. Oh, that's tough. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess you have to live vicariously through other people hunting for books, but yeah, I mean, if you have a good like, I'm really fortunate. I have a lot of good like local used bookstores, a lot of good thrift stores and Goodwills around me. I have found that Value Village is starting to become a bit more expensive because they've switched to having a lot more self service. So they've jacked up all the prices of the books. So I'm not really going out there to buy like 10 or 12 books at a time. I'm gonna maybe buy one or two or maybe five just to get because if you buy five, you get one free. So that's something I'm kind of doing now. And the thing with thrifting is there's a really big diminishing return on thrifting books. Just because you buy one, or if you're just hunting for like that one book, it's so hard to find that one book sometimes. And sometimes they pop up and you get lucky, and sometimes you just kind of out and you're looking at the same stuff over and over again. I don't know how many copies of the Da Vinci Code I've seen, or Danielle Steele and all that stuff. So, all right, so let's keep going here. Get some more books out of this bad boy. So I'm really been interested in. I've been watching a lot of booktubers who read a lot of Bernard Cornwell, and I'm really interested in reading Bernard Cornwell. So I was gonna do this in a book haul, and show these books I got. But you know what? Let's just show it now, get them out there, and we can like get onto some like more media reviews in the future. So. No, I'm sorry, Frankie. That's my dog's name's Frankie. She's trying to drink my water here. Oh, move that. So, yeah, I ended up scoring a pretty big haul of Bernard Cornwell books. I'll show you here in a second. Just let me kind of get them out, find them all, because there's a fair few, and there's actually more in other boxes. So, I got very lucky with that. So, I got some. Like War of the Wolf and Songs of War. Oh, watch out, Franks. The Pagan Lord. The Fort. So some of it's like Flintlock, some of it's like medieval, some of it's like Viking. But I will be reading the Warlord Chronicle in November. I'm going to be doing a Novembeard, and so I'll be starting the Warlord Chronicle. I also talked to Theo over at the Rekindled Reader, and we talked about reading Azincourt, at some point. So that's somewhere gonna happen. So watch out, Frankie Beans. Let's see if you can show you my dog. Come here. Oh, this is my dog. Oh, this is Frankie Beans. Hey, say hi, Frankie. She's a good dog. She is a red heeler Labradoodle. So what are they called again?
Well, red heeler poodles or red cadoodle.
Oh yeah, red cadoodle is what they call them. So she's a really good dog. She's only just over a year old. She's a very sweet pup. Very loving. Aren't you, Frankie? We call her Frankie Beans. So, hey, Frankie Beans. Say hi again. Good girl. Come on. So, yeah, let's kind of dig out some more books here. I saw this really nice copy of Fahrenheit 451. It's just absolutely beautiful. I need to read that again. I haven't read that since high school. So, there we go. Let's see here. Got Leviathan Wake. So these books were in my living room last to be packed because these contain some of the books from my last thrifting haul, and also Leviathan Wakes. My wife recently read it, and then my mother-in-law read it, and they both loved it. And we did end up starting the Expanse show. So, yeah, more Bernard Cornwell, Enemy of God. This is book 2 in the Warlord Chronicle. So, and I also got this book by Connie Golden. He's another historical fiction author. I guess, yeah, historical fantasy, I guess. This is book 2 of the War of the Roses. It's called Trinity. I'm just going to keep my eye out. I'm not going to, go out of my way to buy the books, but if I see them while I'm thrifting or I'm just going out, I'll pick them up. So, if they're a good price. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, I totally forgot what's in there. Oh, yeah, you guys saw this. The Engines of Empire, R.S. Ford. Do you have any more questions coming in, Kiri?
Cyber Shorty says, I love your Michael Crichton collection so much. I just finished the Jurassic Park books and plan on starting Dragon Teeth. What book from Crichton is your favorite?
What book from Crichton's my favorite?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. That's a toughie because they're all pretty good. The ones I've read, like I've probably read 8 of his books. So I've read Next, Lost World, Jurassic Park, Sphere Congo, Eaters of the Dead, Andromeda Strain. I actually think it's The Lost World. I really dug The Lost World. I just really liked. I like Malcolm's character in it. The kids were a little bit less annoying than the first book. And I just really like the dinosaurs in it. You know, you really see the T-Rexes in it. You really see the spooky Carnotaurus. So yeah, I would say The Lost World, but it's a close tie with Jurassic Park. Those are his best books, probably by far, because that's where his character work starts to get better, or it's probably at one of its peaks, I would say. Because if you read the earlier books, his character work is a little bit dry, like especially in like the Andromeda Strain, and it's really around like I'd say Congo where it starts to get more interesting. Like I said, I haven't read The Great Train Robbery and the Terminal Man, but that's kind of the themes I watch Mike's book reviews a lot too, and he does a really good breakdown of Crichton books and talks about Michael Crichton, why you should read Michael Crichton. And he says something similar in that vein, and I trust Mike. Reviews, I've been watching Mike for several years now, so I really enjoy his reviews and value his opinion. And but yeah, like Sphere is really good. Congo is really good. Don't watch the movie Congo though; it's so bad. Like Crichton is kind of like Stephen King in terms of his adaptations. They're either really good or they're like really bad. And so yeah, that's where I would kind of leave that one. So. Pull some more, some Guy Gabriel Kay out here. I do have some more Guy Gabriel Kay books. I'm trying to keep them together, like I have a Song for Arbonne here. So I'm trying to keep them together, authors together, so I don't lose them. So, like I said, I'm just trying to get stuff out of boxes, and then I'm going to figure out where they go. Who knows? Like, I'm a mess, like, with all these boxes. I was just saying to my wife, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get all these on the like, I don't know if I have enough books to fit on all these shelves. She's like, you'll be fine. So... so we got the 3-body problem, Cixin Liu. So I'm trying to keep all my sci-fi together, my fantasy together, and my random fantasies where I only have one book in the series, kind of keep them in together. So I got Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martine. Empire's Ruin by Brian Staveley. And this is a book here too, like these are the books here, Grace of Kings, The Coward. Looking forward to reading these eventually. Really want to just read The Grace of Kings because of Petrick. Petrick's really like, yeah, you need to read this. So, and then I got The Paper Menagerie too by Ken Liu. Any questions coming in, Carrie Lynn?
No, but Matt wants to see the Traeger.
The what? The Traeger? Hey, I sent you a picture already. It's the big 780 Traeger. It can hold like 9 racks of ribs. Cause I'm planning to have a nice big like. Once the summer's over, have a barbecue, have some work colleagues over and some friends, and just cook a bunch of ribs and stuff like that. So, Aeronauts Windlass, or Jim Butcher. So, I'd invite you guys, but 9 racks of ribs, I'll prove it. I'll prove you wrong. Don't worry.
Well, you only got 4 going on this weekend.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be doing 4 this weekend, so that'll be a good test. The Traeger actually has a nice rib rack that you can buy. You've probably seen it. Where you can fit 8 ribs, like, vertically. So I got Stranger in a Strange Land, and I got Dune Messiah finally again. So I got to reorganize all my Dune stuff, because I think I have all the Dune books, except for Heretics, I think. Heretics of Dune. So, some Kurt Vonnegut here. Like I said, I really got to figure out where I'm putting all this stuff. I think these are going to be going over here on my overflow shelf. Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's a book from my wife, Nalini Singh.
Too bad Derry was gone.
Yeah, yes. So these are the Timothy Zahn, like, Star Wars books. I've mentioned this in that thrifting book haul. These are, like, the books you want to read. If you like Star Wars, this is the series. So, ooh, what do we got here? Yeah, so we got some Johannes Cabal. Right, Treebeard. Sorry, guys. Memories of Ice. Malothan. Any questions coming in, Kiri? Or more statements?
Well, there's a statement and then a question.
Sure, read it out.
They're both by Cyber Shorty.
Yeah.
It is not really a question, but more of a general annoyance of mine. But why has there not been another hardcover printing of Hyperion? I don't like reading the really small paperback printings.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I wish I had the answer. I think it's just, it's still popular, but not popular enough to warrant a reprinting. I assume that's the case because, typically, with mass market paperbacks, like, they're just easy to travel with. They can stock many more books on the shelf. And I agree. It would, the things that they made it would sell a ton. They are super rare. Like, if you found a hard copy of Hyperion, you're looking at a couple $1,000s right there. So that's like the diamond in the pig trough kind of thing. If I ever find that thrifting, like Hyperion or Fall of Hyperion's not as expensive, but if you find a copy of Hyperion that's hardcover, you're in the money. So I've got some Stephen Brust here.
And they also want to know, are there any books in your collection you wish came in a different printing?
I wish that came in a different printing.
I know you don't like your Farseer ones because the print's so small.
Yeah, Farseer for sure. Like, it's written on, like, Bible paper, I swear, and, it's just so tiny, and it's, it's really, yeah. And the paper's so thin, like, they don't look that intimidating. Like, oh, that's not bad. Then you open, you're like, Jesus, like, this thing's thick. Like, the papers are so thin. Like, I'm reading Assassin's Quest right now. I was grumbling about it a little bit on Discord, but I kind of had, like, a little epiphany, and I'm starting to dig it a little bit more. And so this is, like, I also got the ARCs I got approved for the ARCs for Ashes of Man, Book 5 of Sun Eater today. The day before that, I got accepted for Sapphire Altar, Book 2 of the Vagrant Gods by David Dalglish, and I'm like, oh, I want to read these so bad, but I'm like, no, I've committed to a TBR. I'm not going to change them yet, so stop grumbling about Ask Quest. Did you not just listen to what I said? I started to dig it. I'm really enjoying it. It's getting better. Now that, like, Fitz is on his own, it's a bit more interesting. Because, Fitz is having to be an adult and do adult things and grow up. So I like that. I'm starting to like that a bit more. So can follow it, and we got some more Guy Gavriel Kay. So Guy Gavriel Kay is another author. I just need to. Guys, I have so many books that I'm gonna have content for the channel for like freaking years, which is good. Let's see here. Where am I gonna put stuff? I'm in trouble. Some more classics here that I wanted to put on my shelf. So I have like starting to build up a classic shelf, like Moby Dick, like the Arabian Nights. Also have Don Quixote. That's gonna go on that shelf. I have The Last Unicorn as well. I remember, I think I read this in university. I have another copy of Jurassic Park. This will probably have to go in, like... Well, the thing is, like, I know I'm going to reread Jurassic Park. Watch out, Frankie. And, I don't know if I want... Ooh, sorry, my dog's hitting the camera here. I don't know if I really want to reread it, using my Folio Society edition, but, well, I mean, I also bought the Folio Society edition, so I might as well use it. Anyways, like, I typically keep a paperback around if I want to do a quick read of books I really enjoy. Gurzel here. So, like, a lot of these books, like Gurzel, like The Magician, like The Bear and the Nightingale, and like this, The Two Fools, or The Tower of Fools by Andrzej Sapkowski. I'm gonna kind of keep them in like that overflow fantasy where there's maybe one or two books in the series. Don't really have the full set, so but I plan to eventually get to them. I know we're supposed to be getting book 2 of Gurzel soon. Should do a Jurassic Park read-along. You know what? That's a good idea. Because you know what? Jonathan over at Words in Time needs to read it. And I could probably talk him into doing it. So I got the Iliad, the Odyssey, and the Aeneid here. Really love these books. I'm a classics major, so I read them in university and I absolutely love them. They are big staples of my life, of my educational background. Books I thoroughly enjoy. They are masterpieces, pieces of art, and I will never part with them. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to laugh here now, because I'll show you why.
Oh God, another one.
Yeah, I got another one. Another copy of Jurassic Park, and this is the what's it called? The book club edition. So, how many is that now? 1, 2. That's 4. That's 4 copies of Jurassic Park right there. Oh, I have some to spare. So if people need a copy of Jurassic Park, let me know. Yeah, you know what? There really isn't a lot of like Crichton content book-wise. It's really just like off the movies. And the movies, I realized, like I went and saw the new Jurassic World movie. I didn't like it. And I realized those movies aren't made for me anymore. Just kind of like Star Wars, where they're not made for me. They're made for a totally different audience. And like I love Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time. It's the best movie. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Since when is it your favorite movie?
It's always been my favorite movie.
Lies.
Lies. What do I say? Lord of the Rings usually?
No.
What?
Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, the Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo is pretty damn good. It's like they're tied, okay? They're tied. But the Count of Monte Cristo with Jim Caviezel, that's an excellent movie. So
we should watch that. I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, we should watch that. Let's watch it tonight. It's 3 hours though. It's so good. That movie makes me cry every time. And I'm not a very emotional person. Like I don't cry in books or cry in movies, except for Lord of the Rings. And what was that one movie
with Rachel McAdams?
Oh
About
my God.
Time.
Yeah, there's this one movie with Rachel McAdams called About Time. And I'm like, I don't like Rachel McAdams. I just don't like her as an actress. Never liked her as a person. And my wife's like, oh, this is Rachel McAdams movie. You're gonna like it. And like Bill Nye's in it. It's about time travel. And I was like, nah, it's gonna be shit, right? So, did you fall asleep?
It was the second time I was watching it, yeah, and I fell asleep and then woke
Yeah.
up and you were bawling.
Oh my God, yeah. So she fell asleep and I was sobbing at the end. Oh my God, I was a freaking mess. I was in shambles after watching that movie, but I loved it. So, yeah, no, it's a really good movie. So, got nice trade of the Dragon Bone chair there. So, I need to read Tab Williams. There's so many authors I need to read. So many books, so little time. These are my mother's editions, actually, of the Silmarillion and the Hobbit. So my late mother, she passed away a couple years ago now, and these are the copies she let me read in high school and when I was younger. So they're very precious to me. I just love how little like floppy they are. So they're unwind paperbacks. So never gonna get rid of those. They are just keepsakes for life. I do have a Tolkien section going somewhere, so. Breaking out the old Rockio. Like I said, Ashes of Man. I'm fighting the urge not to read it. So, Sun Eater. I do have a hard copy of Sun Eater or Empire of Silence, and I have my other copy of Kingdoms of Death because this is actually the arc that they sent me. So, yeah. I actually, if you guys don't know, so Christopher invited me to come down to not formally invited, but he just come down to Raleigh. To do his launch for Ashes of Man in December. So I think my wife and I are going to be going to Raleigh to see Christopher for his launch of Ashes of Man. I'm going to be bringing my other Sun Eater books to be signed by Christopher. So looking forward to doing that. Got more Brando, the Sando, and I have another copy of New Spring. I actually meant to give this to a friend, so I have to contact him to get him that. So more Daniel Abraham here. I believe this series is about 6 or 7 books. So, Dagger and Coin. Need to do that. Got Dracula, classic shelf, and the bane of my existence, Red Rising. Well, Golden Sun and Morning. Is it Morning Star? Yeah, I need to read these. I don't know.
You keep buying them.
I keep buying them. I can't even argue with you. I keep buying them. So I'm gonna have to read them at some point. Because everyone said, Red Rising, like, yeah, the book one's not great. It has a lot of themes that are very reminiscent of other fantasy books. And it's not the best. And it really picks up in Golden Sun and Morning Star. So you want to pass me that box?
Yeah, it seems like something you're gonna want to open.
Why is there Pratchett in it?
There is.
Yeah, there's Pratchett everywhere. I got Pratchett.
Every box seems like.
Like there's Pratchett. I knew this one had Pratchett in it. This is funny too. I have a bunch of Value Village, like paper bags. I always kind of hold on to them because they're super handy for like lighting a barbecue or putting your compost in. And I just kind of collect them, so they're kind of nice to have. I don't know why I keep them. Maybe I'm some bit of a hoarder. So, yeah, more Pratchett here. Got Masquerade. I read that recently. So these are the books that were beside my bedside table. I just packed them. I just kind of kept them on there just to, I might read these in the upcoming months. So, so we got Full Moon here by Jim Butcher. So it's going to go on the butcher shelf. More Gaiman. So we got Neverwhere. Mechanical Failure, Joe Zija. Oh, look. Sorry. Bending down here. There's my Ninth Reign bookmark. I have to find where I put the other one of that with the Bitter Twins. I'll figure that out later. See, Mechanical Failure, Lonnie there. So those are going to have to go. I'll have to put Mechanical Failure with my my sci-fi section. Let's see here. Amazing Maurice. Great. I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be reading this year because there's actually an Amazing Maurice movie coming out. So let's see. Where's my Discworld stuff? Discworld. All right. And for you Robin Hobb fans, I found this trade paper of Assassin's Apprentice. It was like a first printing. I thought it was kind of cool. I mainly picked it up because it was cool and unique, and I hadn't seen it before. And because I had in this box, I have my 25th anniversary editions of Royal Assassin and Assassin's Quest. And I'm like, they're probably lonely and they're missing Assassin's Apprentice, so I'll put it in there. So I got Color and Magic there. Some more Pratchett, more books for my wife. Oh look, even more Pratchett. I got this Discworld Ultimate Compendium. So this is pretty much your Discworld encyclopedia. Do you have two of the same book? Let me show that on camera. Look at my... Look, see, this is what I mean. We don't know what books we have. So this is my wife picked this up. Two of the same book. That's alright, then we'll just donate it. We'll donate... I have no problem donating books back to Goodwill. Let somebody else enjoy it, right? If you don't enjoy it, you don't want to keep it, give it back. Let someone else enjoy it and buy it for cheap. So, I got Nemesis Games here. And The Bladed Faith. So, Nemesis Games, everyone said, is the best J. Listen Corey book. So, I'm... where did I put my copy of the Leviathan Wakes? We'll figure that out later. Got Canticle for Leibowitz here. Need to read that. Someone, I think it was Jonathan, who said, if you like Discworld, you'll like Canticle for Leibowitz. So, I really need to kind of test that theory out and see if that's true. So, then means I need to read it. When am I doing Nemesis Games? I think it was next. I think it's next month in September. My plan was to finish Farseer. My plan is to finish Farseer. I'm going to finish Assassin's Quest. I'm committed to finishing it this month. And then I was going to start Live Ships in September, as well as Nemesis Games. Mainly because Matt, and Matt's kind of jumped ahead of me now, Matt, on the Expanse, but that's fine. He said it was excellent, and I trust his opinion. So when he says the book's good, it's good. So just gotta here it is. Here's the Ninth Reign. So I found Black Leopard, Red Wolf. That's gonna go over here. More Stephen King drawing a few. I'm gonna try and get to this month. I think this month's gonna be a bit ambitious again. A little too ambitious. Here it is. So finally, I'm gonna switch reading my Kindle edition and start reading this edition of Assassin's Quest. So looking forward to getting back into that. I typically just enjoy reading a paperback or a hardcover or a physical book more than an ebook, and mainly because I work on a lot of screens at my work. Like, I'm usually running like 3 or 4 monitors, at work just to do my job. And I like to kind of detach from that screen time and read books as physically. So got my copy of Royal Assassin. This is the one I thrifted for like $3.99 at Value Village. You got more Expanse there.
Matt's more confident you'll like Nemesis games than Assassin's Quest.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt. Like I'll probably like that more. I really enjoyed Cibola Burn. I'm gonna be doing an in-depth review of Cibola Burn. I think that's probably it's gonna come out this month. Like do a real deep dive, talk about the characters, talk about the plot points that I really enjoyed. Because like I think Cibola Burn is probably my second favorite of the Expanse books after Caliban's War. And I just really liked the human tale that was in it, and I really liked the antagonist. So here's my broken binding edition of the Ninth Reign. So you guys saw I unboxed the Bitter Twins here yesterday, or I guess on the weekend. So yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually reading that series as well. So you're currently in the middle of Assassin's Quest. Nice. Well, if you're in the Discord, hit me up in the Discord and we can talk about it. So, Frankie, stop licking me. We've got Christopher Paolini here, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I plan to read this year, but I've really kind of gone off on Christopher Paolini. The Inheritance Cycle used to be my favorite series when I was younger. He was what got me started on fantasy.
I've seen all your tattoos from it.
Yeah, so I have tattoos from the Inheritance Cycle. That's the Ingetum symbol. It's a dwarf symbol. Obviously, because I'm a dwarf, I'm like short and I'm bearded. And I got like Saphira tattoo. So I also have Thorn, like a big dragon tattoo there. Just let me show you here. So I really love dragons. I really like the Inheritance Cycle. But then the fourth book really kind of I just didn't enjoy it. And he's not really that great of a writer. Like now that I'm more well read in fantasy, he's not as fantastic as I thought before. And I don't think he really finished that series on a high note. He kind of finished it on a low note. And I was going to make a video about talking about him getting, rights to make the show again with Disney. To be honest, I don't really think he deserves it. Not him personally, but I don't think the story Aragon deserves it. There are so many better books and series out there that should be adapted to film. Aragon had its chance. He had his crack 10 years ago. And it flopped. Sucks to suck, right? So I think, he had his chance. They should be making something else, not trying to cash in on... Because Paolini's not really a super prolific writer. He's written, he was 16 when he started. We were a similar age. And in, I guess, 17 years, he's written about, 5 books in 17 years? It's not a super great track record. But he's like one of the most highly decorated or highest paid highest paid authors because of he just right time, right place, and also his parents owned a publishing company. So yeah, it's just I've kind of grown past it, right? And I just don't think it should be adapted again. It's just adapt something else. Another box here. Any questions coming in? Or are people bantering in the chat?
Not commenting something I don't understand, but Matt's just talking. He says, EJ, what do you think? If you don't like it, just lie to me and say you do. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is EJ?
EJ's just the guy in the chat. But yeah, no, Matt's a really big fan of Farseer and Robin Hobb and Realm of the Elderlings. So he actually started watching the channel when I did my Assassin's Apprentice review, and he kind of felt similar, we felt very similar actually on Royal Assassin. So again, I'm starting to warm up to a bit more now that I read a couple more pages tonight. I'm going to probably read some more after we're done unboxing these. So Matt's supposed to be reading something else. Look at Paul keeping him honest. He's supposed to be reading Lonnie. Where is it? Where is he? He's supposed to be reading Lonnie here, but I thought he said he bought a Spanish copy on accident. I'm sure. So,
apparently Matt missed your glowing kissing the coronavirus review.
Oh, did he? Yeah, that was shocking, guys. Honestly, I don't even know how that's literature. It's, and I'm kind of glad that they're free so that this author didn't make money off it. But I'm sure they make money through.
Well, there's not free. It's,
Yeah.
they're on KU.
They're on KU, so no comprendo, Lonnie. So, okay, let's raise the camera up here and let's start putting some books actually on the shelf. All right, move her up, because yeah, I need to start cracking here because there's a lot of books. Yeah, you know, it's crazy that there is an audience there for someone. I'm not that audience, clearly. But, I mean, no one's going to read it and take it seriously. And if you guys saw my review, too, of it, it's just not something that should be taken seriously. And it's kind of a bit gross on, you know, someone just poking fun at something like the coronavirus and people passing away. I'm going to keep this out because I'm going to be reading this. So... yeah, it's just a bit gross, to be honest. So let's see. Right under where I'm going to put Pauline. This is a sci-fi, so I'll keep this here for now. It's really just about figuring out where I want to put stuff. I'm going to put my hardcover Wheel of Time here. And I actually think, Will, we could break those out. You want to open that box? Be careful, though.
I'm going to stab
it right in there. So, my wife's going to start handing me some books here.
Oh, you had shirts on top. What are you worried about?
Yeah, I know. I was prepared. The madman with a knife.
How did you do this? I can't get that now.
Okay. Alright. So, I'm going to have to put these sleeves on eventually. Do I like the original or the Juniper sleeves better? Definitely the Juniper ones. Like, I have some of the old art, obviously the old artwork here, and I have all the old sleeves, but some of this artwork sucks. Like, no offense to the artist, but it's not stellar. It's not great. It just doesn't really, you know, feel Wheel of Time. So, Knife of Dreams, comes off to Crossroads, Winter's Heart. Which one's this one? Towers of Midnight. So yeah, I'm just going to put these on here for now, and then I will put the sleeves on. So the nice thing about these IKEA shelves is they fit perfectly the full Wheel of Time series. Great Hunt. And you guys can even see like some of these I have are first editions, like first prints. They're fairly old. And you see how different they are, you know, in terms of where the names are, where the Robert Jordan's name is. We got Fires of Heaven there. Oh, got some more Guy Gabriel K. Tigana. Kurt Vonnegut. Got Lord of Chaos here. Is that it for that box, Carrie?
No, someone's asking me a question. I was just reading.
Oh, sure, yeah. I believe it's Crown of Swords, Path of Daggers, yeah.
Matt wants to know what the next romance book is I'm making you read.
Oh yeah, what is it again? The Takeover?
I think so.
There should be Gathering Storm there. Is it Gathering Storm? Yeah. So, should go here. Like I said, perfect fit when I get the... I got Neil Gaiman, Anansi Boys. This one I need to read. It's one of the few Gaimans I haven't read now. I'll give you that knife back. Should we bust out the leather bounds?
Sure.
So I'm really looking forward to the leather bounds coming out for the Era 2 Mistborn. I think they're going to be coming out September, so I'm definitely going to be getting that. Oh, what Vonnegut was that? It was a Bagombo snuff box. Yeah. I have Galapagos here somewhere, Paul. So I'll find it. I'm slowly collecting Vonnegut. Okay, so we got Dawn Shard and Edge Dancer. I got this. This is the Dawn Shard edition I got from the Way of Kings Kickstarter. I'm just gonna move this camera back here, guys. Let's see what we got here.
Epic bookmarks.
I got the Epic bookmarks by Brandon Sanderson. I got Rhythm of War, and then the Way of Kings one that was from the Kickstarter as well. I kind of want to get these laminated actually, just to keep them safe. Because even though they're epic, they can't get damaged. So that's probably, I think I have a laminator at work. So you got Words of Radiance. I believe this is signed too.
You went past it already.
Did I pass it? Yeah, I bet I did. Yeah, it is. So signed words are ends there. So one of my favorite Cosmere books is Warbreaker. I had it upside down. There we go. It's got the purple. I just love the purple and like the black leather with the gold foil.
But it is one of your favorite stories.
It is one of my favorite stories. That is true. Elantris, read that last year. It was actually the first book I reviewed on the channel was Elantris. Really enjoyed that book.
Way of Kings.
Way of Kings. These are going to be Mistborn, aren't they? Yeah.
Hero of Ages.
Hero of Ages, here you go. I think this one isn't signed. Or no, Hero of Ages is signed, Well of Ascension isn't signed. So... These ones I wrapped it pretty good. Like I wrapped them in shirts, wrapped them in bubble wrap, so just to protect them because they are expensive. Like they aren't cheap, especially when you're shipping to Canada. You have to pay duty on them. So there we go. Is that it? Nice. Okay, so that box was easy. So let me lower the camera down here a bit, and you can have a look.
Don't know where your other Brando Sandos are.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll figure that out. So why don't we open that box there? Do you have the knife still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions? Any more questions coming in? Let's go get a drink here.
Matt says, I like how Royal Assassin is just in timeout. Where's Royal Assassin?
Up top. By itself. Timeout. Can't play nice with others. I mean, that book has a lot of gut punches in it. It looks like, yeah, some more Sanderson stuff that's going to be overflow. Looks like a couple of my wife's books, too. So, yeah, just some more like paperbacks of Mistborn. I'll be putting these on like my overflow here. And my, probably should get rid of these Gene Wolfe books. Wasn't a mega fan of, well, I ended up DNFing it, so I wasn't a fan of that series, that's for sure.
Here's some more Gene Wolfe.
More Gene Wolfe, okay.
I put Mistborn on top there.
Oh, thank you.
I have nowhere to put my books now.
Yeah. Got some Shannara here. I got a lot of Shannara from Ralph, so that's going to go somewhere.
More Berg.
Carol Berg, yeah, I talked about Carol Berg last time. I have her books here, so they can go together. Oh, more Dresden. So I got this is, it's called Welcome to the Jungle. Okay, cool. What do we got? Here's that more Mercedes Lackey.
Mm-hmm.
Got these in hardcover. I did a book haul, I think it was my first thrifting video, where I talked about getting these.
Matt's asking about Shannara, but you've never read it.
I've never read Shannara, no. You haven't read Shannara yet either.
No, I started listening to the audiobook, but it was an annotated audiobook, and so every 10 seconds, the author just juts in with his opinions. Like, I want to just listen to the story. I don't care about what you have to say yet.
Yeah.
This is mine.
That's yours.
Oh, God. I still don't know why you have these.
I don't know why I have these either. So the books we're talking about are Terry Goodkind, The Wizard's First Rule. It's actually a really nice condition. He's passed away now. I don't know why I own them. I might try it. I might try the first book at least. I like it. Read more. If I don't like it, unhaul it. No big deal. So. Okay. Oh, we do have to light a candle, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I've got to get these in order here. Ooh. This is David Eddings.
Mm-hmm.
Just David Eddings there. All right. Then I might have to do some moving around here. This back up. That we're kind of slowly making our way through the room because we're gonna have to unbox our way to get around it.
Some fights I just saw.
Oh, you got rain. Okay, cool.
More gaming.
More gaming, nice, yeah. And more David Eddings. Yeah, actually, like, it was one of the interesting, well, not interesting, but it was a shocking comment about David Eddings and his family that, I guess someone watching last stream told me about, where him and his wife were convicted for child abuse, for abusing their foster child. So, not cool. Don't do that. Like, look after your kids. Like, come on. So, yeah, I was not impressed when I heard that. We got here more Feist. Okay, so again, these are gonna probably go in this section, but Game of Thrones. I don't know where that's gonna go. That's should have donated that to me. And I don't think I'm ever gonna read them again. To be honest, to be completely frank. But you know what? Never say never, right? Okay, got a really cool copy. This is the a book club edition of Pet Sematary by Stephen King.
Look, you have Grave Peril too. Why don't you just read it?
Yeah, well, maybe I'll do like an immersive read. So, more Dresden here. I really want to find them in hardcover, and slowly been kicking some Warcraft books too. Is that Joe Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Go over here with Stephen King, his father.
More Senior King.
Yeah, more King. Got
Another one.
oh yeah, Under the Dome. This is the book he wrote after his big car accident when he got run over. Oh yeah, Redwall. I'm collecting these. I think I only need like 2 or 3 more, so I'm collecting these to read to my kids when they're older. Put Redwall over here. More Ari Salvatore. I didn't. You know, when I interviewed David Dalglish, he really talked about how he was influenced by R.A. Salvatore. So that was really interesting to find out. Here for now. Ken Follett. Don't know where that's gonna go. Any questions coming in?
No, but Pablo Cristo loves Under the Dome.
Yeah, I know. Paul's read a few of the of Stephen King books, and you said the Doohickey is one of your favorites. Raymond Feist.
I'm assuming this was another of your Halloween books.
Yeah, that is. So this is another Halloween book that I'm going. This is really light. Is Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. So that is one for sure. I'm going to be reading at Chris.
Are you going to read any classic vampire books?
What's that?
Are you going to read any classic vampire books?
Yeah, Salem's Lot's classic vampire. I mean, I could
thinking more like
Dracula.
Anne Rice or like Dracula.
Well, I got like Dracula here, so. But no, like I guess to kind of like we're discussing it now. Yeah, I'm probably going to be reading obviously Empire of the Vampire, Salem's Lot, and the other one is it's a Terry Pratchett book if I can find it. Aha. Carpe Juggling about vampires.
Oh, speaking of Pratchett.
Some more Pratchett. Let's see here. Oh, it's my calendar. So, yeah, I got a 2012, like, I saw, like, the person who I got it from the estate sale, they just had this, Terry, have you read any Christopher Moore? Like, you suck. Thanks, Bryce. So, yeah, 2012 calendar. I'm not going to throw it out because I can't remember when calendars rotate. I think this might be good in like 2031 or something like that, so I'll hold on to it till then. I'll use it again. Some more Malazan.
Your grandma's elephants.
Oh yeah, this is cool. So this is from my dad's mother. She loved elephants, so these like she got these in Africa. These hand carved bookends. So I use them. They're kind of just a keepsake that I've always kept with me to remind me of my grandmother, my late grandmother.
Your kids' dinosaurs.
Those are, yeah, we'll put those in a box maybe. So I know. More Stephen King.
You want Jamie?
Oh yeah, Jaime Lannister. I'll keep him. I don't really like knickknacks on my shelf. I think they're kind of dumb, to be honest, but my son likes them, so. So Stephen King, 11/22/63.
These are all King.
Yeah.
Except for one.
Yeah. Let's break these all out here. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Stephen King. Like, I'm gonna give them another shot. That's for sure. And this is a good book too. If you're looking for another Star Wars book, this is one I mentioned. Shadows of the Empire. Great Star Wars. It's a Legends book now. So here we go for Paul. Got the Doohickey, nice hardcover. And then I got my copy of It and Needful Things. There we got Song for Susanna and The Dark Tower hardcover. Those are typically pretty easy to find.
Do you want your wands?
Sure. So, and I got, this is Wolves of Kala and The Stand. This is the one where I said if you find this copy, the uncut, pick it up if you can get it cheap and then try and resell it. And I got some Harry Potter wands from, did we get these on our honeymoon?
You already had them.
Did I?
I don't think we bought it.
Maybe we didn't. My wife and I went to Wizarding World of Harry Potter for our honeymoon many moons ago. It was so much fun. It was before Joanna Rowling hurt her fan base. So, got Dumbledore's wand. Dumbledore is my favorite Harry Potter character.
So was Voldemort we talked about.
No, Voldemort's my favorite for I don't know. I like Voldemort, but Dumbledore is my favorite character. But I do like Voldemort. I like Voldemort more than Harry. That's for sure. Okay, get another drink of water here. Any more questions coming in?
This is mine. Nope.
Okay, book for my wife there. A box for my wife. So, I think we're just over an hour now, so we'll do a few more. I'm going to eventually just now unbox all these and just figure out where they all need to go. Because it's going to be a lot of work, and I really need to get this office set up because I'm going to be working from home on Friday. So I need to figure that all out. So, looks like there's more gaming in this book. So, yes. So, Graveyard book. It's illustrated edition. So, I'm excited to read these now again, too, because of, reading Sandman. More Tad Williams. Stone Farewell, Dragonbone Chair. Two Green Angel Tower. Fire and Blood. So I'm actually kind of excited, to watch. I'm interested. I won't say I'm excited. I'm interested, mainly because of Matt Smith. I really like Matt Smith. He was my favorite Doctor in Doctor Who. So he's kind of got me interested that he is going to be in that show. So that's mainly one of the reasons why I want to watch it.
Cyber Shorty says, "What is your organization setup for your bookshelves?"
It's really kind of more aesthetics. I like to put a lot of my Juniper cover is my Juniper covers of Wheel of Time is the kind of staple or showpiece of my library, and then probably my Pratchett's. I might move the Pratchett's, maybe. We'll see. Pratchett's my favorite author, and then Brandon Sanderson and Robert Jordan, and so yeah, I kind of base it around my favorite authors. Try and keep some stuff in genre. Keep some of my paperbacks together. So that's kind of my organization. But it's a bit of chaos too. So it drives my wife nuts. My organization for my books. So more R.A. Salvatore here. And
Malton.
Storm of Swords. That's probably the best of his books, to be honest. I did actually really like Feast for Crows. Mainly because I just really like Jaime Lannister, and I like, did you want to buy a hard copy of Lonnie? No thanks. I mean, if we ever go in lockdown again, run out of toilet paper. I've always got Lonnie. The Lions of Al Rasan. Poor guy Gabriel K. Here we are, getting to Mr. Signor Paolini. I think I'll put these up here. Remove this one. So.
Not on timeout anymore.
No, he's not on timeout. He's going back to the motherland of Hob.
Which one is Feast for Crows?
Feast for Crows is book 4.
I hated it.
Really? I liked it. I liked the Dorn stuff. I liked the...
I didn't hate it, but I didn't
like Brienne of Tarth and Jaime. Those are... Jaime was one of my favorite characters. Like, I just love all the Lannisters, except for Cersei, obviously. But...
That's where it started getting slow for me, and then I couldn't get 4 chapters into 5.
Yeah, Dance of Dragons was rough for me. I mean, I read it, but I didn't enjoy it. Oh, we got some more hardcovers of Jim Butcher. So, one of my my neighbors told me this, is that Jim Butcher's books, usually they're 2 names, like for Dresden, there's 2 words, and they're both the same length in letters, except for Changes. Changes is the only one that is different. So, obviously, Cold Days, 4 letters, Turncoat, 4 letters, and Small Favor, 5 letters. So, I thought that was kind of cool when she told me that, and I'm like thinking, well, like, yeah, I guess they all are. That's kind of clever. So, but I like how, you know, each book kind of gives you a little bit of an idea who the creature of the week is. Oh, we got Glenn Cook books.
Matt's asking when you're going to record a video with your new setup.
I'll probably do that. Like, I'm gonna, so we're gonna unbox everything, like, get everything out, my wife and I are gonna try and organize it, and then, I think the next review I want to record, or videos that are gonna be coming out, are talking about the Color of Magic and the Light Fantastic, doing a double review for that. I need to do my in-depth review of The Lord of the Rings, narrated by Andy Serkis. I need to do Cibola Burn. So, yeah, I'm looking to do a lot more in-depth stuff, like, I know I like to watch the in-depth reviews, you know, talk about, you know, really kind of get into the nitty-gritty of the book. So that's probably the plan. That's going to be coming up, and then I think once we end the stream here, my wife and I are just gonna plow through and get these on the shelves as much as we can. So my copies of this is the first edition copy of Silmarillion, and I also just love this 75th anniversary edition of The Hobbit. It's beautiful. I'm going to try and keep all my Tolkien stuff together. Senior Gwyn. I just finished this today. And I'm going to do a review of it. I really did enjoy it. I like The Faithful and the Fallen. It has its flaws. This one, it had a lot more flaws for me. And it's actually because of the way they designed the audiobook, is the one thing that was good with Faithful and the Fallen, the audiobooks, the chapters had the names of the characters, so it'd be like Corbin, Cohen, Camelin, right? You knew who was there, and you kind of knew how to spell the names of the characters. But this one, it was just chapter 1, chapter 2. It's like, great. They kept saying all the names, and I didn't know them. I didn't know how to spell them. So now I found this book. I'm going to look through it and figure out how to spell them all. But yeah, I was not a fan. I really did not care for this one too much, to be honest. I have the second book on audiobook, so I'm gonna listen to it probably next month. But yeah, I'm not really super excited. So if the second book can't turn it around, I might as well finish it, because then it'll be the third book and the last one. Then I'll be all caught up on John Gwynne. But yeah, I really wasn't impressed. I did not have a great time with that book, to be honest. Any more questions coming in, Carrie?
No, but Pablo Cristo says, I'm probably halfway through Light Fantastic, and I like it a lot more than Color Magic.
Oh, man. I'm going to come back here. The Light Fantastic was fantastic. I really loved, the characters that were introduced, the themes that were kind of going on in the book, the adventure they were going on, because Color and Magic just felt really disjointed and very whimsical, just didn't know what it wanted to be. Whereas Light Fantastic, he seemed to really get into the story of telling the story for this book. So I really, really enjoyed it. So, I'm going to have to start putting stuff on shelves. So, okay. What we got?
Weeks.
Brent Weeks. Oh, yeah. I still need to get book 3 of this. I have it on ebook, but it'd be nice to. They're kind of out of print for books 3 and 4. The books 1 and 2 are quite easy to find. Books 3 and 4, not so much. So.
And 5, because everyone hated it, so they got rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. My wife read that, and you're what? You're on book 4, Blood Mirror.
Did I read Blood Mirror?
I don't know.
I can't remember now.
No.
I'm on 3. I've read 3.
Okay.
I can't remember if I've read 4 or not.
Yeah. Well, she reads so many books, she just forgets them all.
Yeah, they live for my brain like a week, and then they're gone.
Yeah. So, what we got here? Senior Abercrombie. Yeah, these are. I'm looking forward to reading these. Maybe not this year, but I think I'm going to be starting them at some point. At least the one-off, like the standalone trilogy.
This is going to be a good box for you.
Ooh, is it?
Mm-hmm. All your favorites.
Am I going to be excited?
Yes.
Nice.
You can read what's on it.
I can. Okay, sorry guys, moving some of the books around here. Oh, okay, I know what's in it, yeah. Rockio! Got my Sun Eater. And more gaming. So there's still a few more Rockio books I need to buy. I need to buy Queen of Mid-Ashes. But I'm waiting to buy the Inderita Books edition. So I have my other copy of Kingdoms of Death here that is signed by Christopher. And then I have all my other hard copies. So I got the hardcover of Empire Silence, and I got the other ones here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where to organize these because where are they gonna go?
Really?
Uh-oh, I got in trouble.
Isn't this the same one as we
Yeah.
already unboxed? Why do you need 2 of them?
Oh look, Jurassic Park again. This is
It's the same one as the other one.
yeah, I know. Got 3 copies here. I got a copy here, and I got Folio Society. So just in
5?
case, like I could keep one on every floor, and like in every bathroom, and then I'll always have Jurassic Park to read. So a bit ridiculous, I guess.
It's one thing if they're all different editions, but you got 2 of the exact same book.
Well, they're book club editions. They're a bit rare.
Wait,
See?
you gonna join a Jurassic Park or start a Jurassic Park book club?
Sure, why not? Someone's got to. So how many any other questions coming in, guys?
Nope.
No, that's fine. Got some my special edition of Dune here. Love this book. Love this copy. And I got this graphic novel of Dune. The second one, I believe, just came out, or not just came out, but it came out not too long ago. So I need to get my hands on that. So maybe leave the Expanse in the box for now, and then we're gonna put these on the shelves. So, all right, guys. So I think we're actually gonna end it here. We've gone for a little bit longer than the last session, so we got a few more books on the shelves. I'm gonna really start hammering away at putting these on, and then next time you see me, I'll be doing a review of something, and we'll be good to go. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.